with the hits of the 60s and 70s and more of them. I'm Zach with you on 104.7 Super CFL.
Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
104.7 Super CFL. I see the Dad Quayle Fan Club has a new wristwatch out. Features a picture of Dad wearing a suit and tie right on the face of the watch. The flaps of his tie make up the minute and hour hand, which is kind of interesting because when it strikes 12, he hangs himself. Here's a reminder from Super CFL. Join the fight against the killer of children. Help defeat childhood cancer. Call St. Jude Children's Hospital and find out about current research and ways you can help. Call 1-800-USS-JUDE. A reminder from your friends here at 104.7 Super CFL.
I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand.
Chicago weather.
Cloudy with flurries or freezing drizzle this afternoon. High around 30. Flurries and freezing drizzle should end later tonight, dropping off to 18. Northwest, it's 27. Southwest, 28. Downtown Chicago and Marina City, 29. 104.7 Super CFL. My choice for the outrageous entertainer of the week goes to Paul McCartney. Supposedly, Paul once sent a Learjet to New York to pick up a pizza. Paul was in London at the time. The pizza cost $11. The delivery charge was $8,000. Apparently, it was one of Linda's favorites. And as we all know by now, whatever Linda wants, Linda gets. Super CFL with the hits of the 60s and 70s reminds you Chicago Music Alliance is offering a calendar of musical events happening around Chicago area. For more details, write the Alliance at 410 South Michigan Avenue, Suite 819, Chicago 60605. Or give them a call at 312-987-9296. Super CFL, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Once upon a time, their fans threw flowers on stage to them. They're a lot older now, though. Their audience throws depends now. We'll check on weather for you in about 5 or 6 minutes. You keep it right here on Super CFL. Another great way for you to win. Super CFL and Miller Brewing Company giving you a chance to win a ski getaway. Details this hour from Super CFL.
Here I am again, mama. I'm knocking on your door.
104.7 Super CFL. That's going to wrap it up for yours truly, Bob Zak. Coming up next, Bill Keller joins you with the hits of the 60s and 70s. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday. Keep it right here on Super CFL. Bye. And 90-degree temperatures expected for the next several days. We'll have full weather details coming up in just a moment. But first, you've waited for it. It's here. Another strange and unusual story. This time, we're going to take you to the land of the Black Forest in Germany, where women from a weird religious sect can be sure their husbands will stand by them for their entire lives because, you see, they marry trees. But off to Germany we go to find out about a strange sect that lets their girls, teenage girls, marry trees. According to the Weekly World News, the strange marriage ritual is only one of strange practices of the little-known Holzvolkers, or wood people, who inhabit Germany's mysterious Black Forest. Sect makes up the entire population of a tiny town of Grimsbach. which is a picturesque storybook village of homes and churches that look like they're made out of gingerbread. Villagers all make a comfortable living. They farm and harvest exotic mushrooms, which may have something to do with this story. Anyway, they have no use for electricity, running water, or modern machines. They just live as their ancestors did in the early 1500s. So says Dr. Reinhold Mueller, a prominent sociologist who's lived with them and studied them. Shortly after their village was founded, legend has it dozens of male Holzvolkers were killed by bandits while working in the forest. The men left their many widows behind. Faced with a shortage of eligible men, a minister suggested that the widows marry trees. It was an idea that quickly caught on. Soon all of the women of marrying age took trees for husbands. By marrying a tree, a woman became united with the kindred spirit that would never leave her, says Dr. Mueller. Surprised he didn't keep his anonymity. Oh, well. Let's get out of the ceremony. Today, when a Holzvolker girl, wood people girl that is, reaches the age of 16, she heads out into the forest in search of a tree that catches her fancy. A week later, listen to this, she leads the entire village to the tree for a marriage ceremony. A copper band is placed around the tree trunk, and the bride receives a copper ring. She then climbs into the branches and remains there overnight, the wedding night, to return the next morning with a stick from the tree that she'll keep her entire life. After spending her wedding night in the forest, the bride is allowed to take a real-life male lover in the village, says Dr. Mueller. We referred to him before, you may recall. Anyway, she can set up house with him and bear his children. The only condition of her real marriage is that she must return to visit her tree husband at least once a month. He must be the only one who's really in her heart. Obviously, a new marriage vow had to be prepared for a thing like this. And it goes something like this. Do you take this birch tree in sickness and in health till dry root rot you do part? Strange, but true.
CFL, Chicago weather.
If you think that was strange, later on this week, we'll have exclusive details about a mom on a vegetable diet who gave birth to a green baby. Weather, chance of showers early, turning sunny, high near 90. Partly cloudy, windy, and humid, 64 for the low tonight. Chicago, Marina City, 68. Northern Burbs, 70. Southwest, 75 at CFL.
WCFL.